Yes, yes, yes. So you're here if you want to know how to develop a 90-day habit to manifest more money. Hello and welcome to another Money Manifesting Miraculous Monday. Today is a magnificent day to manifest money, as is in every day. And so this is for you today if you're a heart-centered female entrepreneur who really feels that you have something, a passion for sharing your light with the world because you have a solution that helps other women step into their power, step into their passion. So listen up if you are a heart-centered female entrepreneur, because today you're going to see what it takes to develop a 90-day habit to manifest more money. Hello, I am Evie Diaz, financial empowerment speaker and healer and author, soon to be author of two books, one on intention and one on manifesting, using a certain way of writing to manifest money. And today, I am delighted that I have three amazing guests that are going to be joining me. And if you're wondering, what's this back here? Well, I am happy and I hope you're happy. And whether you're watching this live or on the replay, I'm going to ask you to introduce yourself because I've just introduced myself and I want to find out about you. So tell me your name, where are you tuning in from, what part of the world, and also where are you online? Are you watching via our webinar on our website? Are you watching on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube? By the way, if you're watching on YouTube, please remember to subscribe. That way you know the next time that I go live. And put questions that you might have there in the chat because we're going to have a game at the end. And I know that one of the magnificent marvelous women that you're going to meet is going to remind me when we have interaction in the chat, we're going to play a game and someone's going to win something because that's what I like to do. Now, today is an awesome day, as in every day that we're alive and that we can breathe is an awesome day. And I want you to set the intention if you haven't done so already. It is 4 o'clock here in beautiful, sunny Miami, Florida, Aventura to be precise. And I'm feeling good and I'm feeling happy. And we are going to talk about developing a 90-day habit to manifest money by hearing and listening to actual people who have created a 90-day habit. And we're going to talk about that. And I have three, not one, not two, three awesome, fabulous women with me. We call our heart center female entrepreneurs fabpreneurs. And today, it is a party too. Every day with me is a party. Today is a special party because today I am calling it their graduation. So we're having a celebration. And what I'm saying to these wonderful queens, these awesome ladies, is that they now have happily, let's see if I can get it without, oh, I did break it, graduating. So it is a happy grad day for our ladies. And those of you who have been in other programs of mine, you know I do this, right? And I'll do it again because I love to celebrate you. Now, in no particular order, I am going to bring up the ladies and I'm going to introduce them to you so that you know. And the way I'm going to introduce them, even though they don't have a cap and gown or anything like that, I'm going to introduce them to you by showing you their certificate on that they're getting today. So let me go ahead and make sure I share. And I'll bring one at a time and then all of them at the same time. But let me share the first woman that I'm bringing on. Hold on, this thing is running uh, away with my oh, technical difficulty. Okay, let's see if I can get this. Hold on. Let me see if I can get this. Okay, let me do it the simple way, not the fancy way. Okay, so the very first woman that I have the honor of introducing to you that will be sharing her story here today is none other than, where did this go? Can I share? Why am I not sharing? Hold on. Okay, so this is not happening. It doesn't want to share. So let me bring in Barbara Ingracia.
Hello, hello.
Barbara, how are you, Barbara?
I'm doing well. I'm doing great. Thank you for this wonderful celebration.
I celebrate you as many times as I can possibly celebrate you. I want to celebrate you. And I want to see if I can share with you your certificate, which for whatever reason is not allowing me to share, but I'll try and share later. I'm sure something's happening here. So, but we'll figure it out. But let me bring in the second lady here. And that is none other than Alicia Alexander. Hi, Alicia. So
Hi,
glad.
Evie. Hi, Barbara.
Hi.
And then let me bring in our marvelous, magnificent, a powerful master manifester, Mindy Acevedo. Yeah.
Hi, I love that introduction. Thank you. Hi,
Yes.
ladies. Hi, hi, hi.
Hi.
But it is the truth, Mindy, right? Because you're a magnificent manifester. You are really like manifesting. Ever since you joined our group, you have been a manifester. Now,
Yes.
before I finish, I want you to all to know that you all have a beautiful certificate that I made for each and every one of you. That hopefully I'll be able to share it so everyone can see it before we leave. But let's begin first by sharing a little bit about your 90-day development of a habit. First of all, I want to ask you, over the past 90 days, you have been in a journaling journey, right? And we're calling it a journaling journey because I like to do, if I'm using a J, it has to match, right? So I'm calling it a journaling journey. What it is, for those of you that are wondering, we try something new this beginning of the new year for 90 days. So for those of you who may or may not know, I have a 90-day course online, which is really part of my upcoming book. And it is a do it yourself course. And part of the exercises of the course involves writing in a certain way, is how I call it. So it's not journaling, it's not scripting, it's called FAB money scripting. And the reason for that is because F is for you to feel. So you want to begin by, first of all, you want to begin by setting an intention, right? Which we all did at the beginning of our 90-day journey, which ends today, by the way. That's why they're graduating today on this money manifesting miraculous Monday. And we started with the intention. Then, as we started journaling every morning, we called our morning time our morning retreat, a time set aside to retreat from the noisiness, from the worriness, from the busyness of the upcoming day, whatever we are planning to do, and retreat into the silence, retreat into the mind, retreat into the heart, retreat into your divine self, which we call your fabulous, financially free future self. And this special time is for you to kind of like a meditation, go within and begin to feel the feelings. Now, you want to start feeling the feelings and the emotions and the sensations of your intended goal as if it's already manifested. And for us here, we focus on manifesting money, but it's more than money. And I spoke about this last week in my free webinar that I gave on Friday, talking about we are talking about more than money because money is what? Paper. I have different types of paper here. I have a tissue paper and I have a napkin paper. They serve a function. Money is a type of money, paper rather, that serves a function, it serves a purpose. It is currency, it is energy. As you know, everything is energy. This has energy, right? So everything is energy. So money carries a currency, an energy, and it's used for us to be able to exchange, right? So we exchange goods and services via money, right? So we use money to exchange. Let me make sure I bring Barbara on. There we go.
Yes, there was a little freezing going on.
Don't worry about it. So the first thing we want to do is feel how we will feel. And when I tell people, if you have a problem with tuning into your feelings, your emotions, then start by feeling gratitude, which is nothing new because hello, haven't we been hearing for a long time that we must start with a heart filled with gratitude? So you begin by feeling gratitude. Okay. Perhaps you want to feel gratitude because you're breathing, because you're alive, because you woke up, because you were able to open up your eyes and see, because you were able to open up your ears and heard the alarm, right? Because you were able to get up, because you were able to walk. You start with very little things and feel the joy for that. And by the way, I always start with the little things because I have been hospitalized. Some of you may know that a few years I almost died a few years ago, right? And I was in the intensive care unit for 9 days. And guess what? I couldn't walk. And in 2020, I fell right in my house and I had a bad ankle and I couldn't walk. So, believe it or not, me getting up, I know I'm so young. Why should I worry about that, right? I know. But believe it or not, I'm a fabulous, fabulous woman over 50, and I'm proud to admit it. And although you may not believe it, I fell. And so I appreciate the fact that I can get up and walk. And as we get a little bit more experience in years, sometimes if we don't exercise, it becomes harder to walk. So being grateful for the little things is very helpful. Now, after you tune into those feelings of gratitude, tune into the feelings of what it would feel like for you to manifest what you want. And we call it money manifesting, but in truth, it's manifesting money for a purpose. And this morning, I want to ask Mindy, if you don't mind, sharing a little bit about the beautiful emotions that you expressed, the feelings of what you wanted to manifest and for who and for what purpose. Because I absolutely love that. Can you share a little bit of that with us?
Okay, yes. Hi, everyone. I will try and do my best not to let the waterworks just start falling. But I appreciate the live. I appreciate the time. And I am so happy to be here with Alicia and Barbara and yourself, Evie. Yes, so the feeling is such an important part, right? Feeling grateful. But what we have learned and what we or I will continue to practice is that feeling. Why do we want, let's say, money in this case? In my case, is to be able to buy a bigger property or bigger home so I can have my mom come and stay with me. I told you.
It's
And
okay.
yes, and bring money in so I can send money to my nieces who are going to start university next fall. And just going to the supermarket and feeling that peace in my heart that I can just buy groceries and not worry, right? It's about feeling that peace and that love and just helping the people that we love.
I love that. And so the emotion that I gathered, thank you, Mindy, was feelings of love, which feelings of love, according to Dr. Hawkins, MD, PhD, and I always like to say that he was an MD, PhD because he was a person that studied and he was a researcher and he researched different emotions, different feelings to see how they calibrated. And love calibrated as the highest emotion. So having that love, and by the way, I'm not talking about the love of money, although you can have it if you want. I'm talking about the love of what money can do for you, your family, and people you love. Okay. For that love is what I'm talking about. And the love for yourself so that you can take care of yourself, your basic needs and your big needs, like going to the spa. That's a big need for me, you know? So that's what I'm talking about. So we want to feel into that. And that's why I said to start with feelings of gratitude. And by the way, when we're talking about money, it's this energetic thing, this paper that serves a function for us here, and realize that when we don't have it, it has nothing to do with the money per se, because everything that we want is for a feeling. So, one of the things that you would like to manifest, Alicia, we lost her again, but we'll go to Alicia. Alicia, tell us about one of the things that you want to manifest. How do you feel about it? And how will you feel about it once it's manifested?
Wow, thank you, Evie. Hi, Mindy. Sorry we lost Bob, but this is a very exciting moment to share about the respect that I have for money. Um, I think for me, there's a number of different things that I want to do with money. Um, Pay for my daughter's wedding. That probably will happen in a couple of years from now. Um, Contribute to ministries that are serving people, finish my doctorate that I'm working on, things like that. So
Yes.
I have a lot of respect for money.
I love that. And let's just think about the idea and the vision. Let's envision
Mhm.
you paying for your daughter's wedding. I want you
Mhm.
to envision that, and let's talk about feelings. First of all, how will you feel? Because we're declaring that. How will you feel when you pay for your daughter's wedding? How will you feel?
Well, knowing the gentleman, I would feel very happy to support them.
And how do you think they will feel?
Gratitude.
They'll have a lot of gratitude. So I want you to focus on that, because that is the important part of the purpose of money. Because here's the deal, money is what? Paper, right?
Yes.
And a lot of people have an issue with it. I have had for many years. And
Mhm.
the issue has nothing to do with the actual money itself, the paper, right? It has to do with our mindset. And the mindset is one of limitation, what we
Mhm.
call limiting money scripts. And even rich, wealthy, to do people have an issue with money. Did you know
Mhm.
that? Because it's not the money, there's something underlying that. And it's a
Mhm.
scarcity mindset. And you can
Mhm.
see it in many people. You can see it on the story from Christmas of the Scrooge, that he was a very wealthy man, right? But he was afraid to give. He would hold tight to his money, right? That's
Mhm.
why they called him Scrooge. So it wasn't that he didn't have money, it was he had a scarcity mindset. So
Mhm.
that's why tuning into our feelings is so important. And that's why understanding money and our relationship with money and our purpose with money is so important, because whether you win the lottery tomorrow, if you don't fix your relationship with money, you are more likely to lose all your money. And when you get money, you may not be able to hold on to it because
Mhm.
you don't have a good relationship. So the feelings are important. The second part is the actions, right? And let's talk a little bit with Barbara. Barbara, tell us a little bit about the actions component and how important it is and how people forget it. People forget, especially with the law of attraction, that the word action is already embedded in the word attraction. And many people forget that we must toil a little bit. We must, we spoke about in our 90 days about the law of compensation, right? That as we give, we receive. So tell us a little bit about your experience with the action, which is the second step in our FAB money scripting method.
Well, the idea of taking feelings to the next step, and it's one thing to feel, but but unless we act, not much is going to happen.
Mhm.
And that can be a challenge for us sometimes because we might say, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to act. I don't know how to take action. But in this process of how are you feeling, and then the next step of being, you realize how important the action step is, that you have to act on your feelings uh, in order to become the person that you want to be.
Absolutely. And one of the smallest actions that we can do is to journal in this certain way that we're talking about. That is an action. And I want to remind everyone that an action is to ask. And it's a biblical principle that as you ask, you will receive. So
Mm-hmm.
when you ask, you will receive. So we want to take action. And also, I want to remind those of you that may like to read the stories of the Bible, as many stories talk about abundance, and there is infinite abundance as our source, be it you call it God, universe, source, that there was a story of so many abundant stories of manna when there was just five loaves and Jesus made them into be more than enough for everybody. There was also a story of the gifts that were giving to two or three different men that they were given, and
Mm-hmm.
one put it away and hid it, right? Because that one man was afraid that if he exposed it, he would lose it. And so he wasn't given more, right? Because he what? He was a scarcity mindset man and he thought, oh, if I hold on to it, right? But there was someone that duplicated it, went out and worked and duplicated. And then God gave that one person even more
Mm-hmm.
because they knew how to use it. So that is the concept here in step number two, that we must take action, align actions with our intention, with our purpose, and yes, with our feelings of what we want to manifest. And then the last one is the being. And I'll come back to you, Alicia. What is the beingness all about? Who are we being, and how is how we're being on a daily basis important in writing our intentions, in writing our story of what we intend to manifest for the day, and in setting the intention to become our fabulous financially free future selves now? How is the beingness important, and what is that component?
The significance of the being is that we know what we want to be and we act in the now as that person that you want to be. So you look at the future, say, okay, I want to be a millionaire. Well, today I am a millionaire and I believe it and I receive all that God and the universe has to bring to me. The angels, whatever it brings to me today is what I receive.
Absolutely. So it is today being that person, believing you're that person, behaving. So I like to use the BE and then I always add many B words. So
Mm-hmm.
believe, behave, right?
Mm-hmm.
Being a being of abundance, right? What that means, like for me, it showed up in the fact that I used to resist giving what do you call it, a tip. I used to resist or give very little tip. Now if I had a scarcity mindset, right, and I am resisting giving even a tip, right, I'm not a good giver. And we want to be good givers because as we give, we receive, and we want to give. So
Mm-hmm.
that showed up for me as, oh, I'm being cheap. I'm having a scarcity mindset, right? That there's
Mm-hmm.
not enough, right? And so we want to be very, very mindful of that. Now, the money scripting is actually like scripting, where you write thinking about your future, and it's very conscious because it uses this kind of way of putting our whole beingness into the process of journaling. And I explain this because journaling of and by itself, if you just journal, like for example, you want to journal, oh, this is everything I did today. What good does that do in helping you manifest? It helps you to be aware, right? But
Mhm.
doesn't help you manifest per se. Similarly, being grateful and writing about gratitude is a powerful step, but that by itself may not help you to manifest. So the idea is that you want to rewire your brain. And for that, I want to come back to Mindy, because the rewiring happens through the process of writing, rewriting your story, right? Every day, or maybe rewriting it and kind of tweaking it every day until you get it and your mind believes it and your mind starts acting upon it. The reticular activating system focus on it. And the reason why I'm going to pick Mindy is because Mindy is an actor, and actors have to practice their scripts. And she's also been a producer, and maybe she is a writer, right? Many people in the movie business, right? And sometimes a writer starts with a script and they have to make changes so that it'll show up on the big screen as it is. And anyway, I'm saying the whole story, but I want you, Lindy. You're the actor. Tell us about the analogy of this idea of being conscious author, conscious playwrights of the play of our life or the movie of our life.
Okay, so all right, I think the secret sauce, so to speak, is in writing in present tense as if you already have it. And then you continue to writing that, and it can change in ways, right? Or forms, but basically, you write what you want to manifest or you want to have, um, as if it's already here in present, over and over. And it's just like an actor, we rehearse and we rehearse several times over and over. When we receive the script, we go over it a lot of times until it's like embedded in our brain. So when we go to perform, it just comes out so smoothly. We're not even worried about the words. So I believe the same way when we write is what you're saying, is that our brain starts to believe this because we're writing it over and over, we're reading it, we're seeing it, we're moving our hands to it. And it comes to a point where it's here because it's so natural, right? It is just here because it's natural.
I love it, Mindy. I love
That
how
makes
you
sense.
share that.
If that made sense.
That makes sense. So now here's what we're going to do now. We're going to put Barbara and Alicia on the green screen, and we're going to bring myself and Mindy, because I'm going to ask Mindy a question, and hopefully I'll be able to share her certificate. And then I'm going to get out, and it'll just be Mindy with her certificate. Then I'm going to bring Alicia, and lastly, I'll bring Barbara, and then I'll bring all of you back. So let me go ahead and put Barbara and Alicia on the green screen. And Mindy, I'm going to hopefully be able to share now that it's just us, and then I'll just leave it with you so that I can give you your certificate, and hopefully this will work.
Yes.
Okay. Maybe I got to take myself out. Okay, I'm going to take myself out. And here's what I want you to share. I want you to share what was your best experience being on this 90-day money manifesting journaling journey. Okay? And so I'm going to take myself out and hopefully be able to show that. If not, I'll just email it to you ladies if I can't do it. But it says I'm screen sharing, so maybe I have to get out. But let me get myself out, and then I'll let you talk about what you love the most, what you learn, and what you're taking away. So remember, write those, Alicia and Barbara, so you remember what you like most, what you learn, and what you're taking away. And so with that, take it away, Mindy.
Okay. So, what I loved the most or liked about this whole process is having a support system. Um, just getting to know the ladies, collaborating, talking, discussing the topics, and just discussing how this is in real time changing our lives. So, this whole experience was magnificent. Oh my God, it's so cute. I love it. And then what I learned is the FAB, which is the feel, act, and be. So when we want to create something, it's important to put that feeling, that emotion, um, why do we want it, and just try and feel, bring those emotions up, and that's going to help us manifest more easily. And then the act, which is taking those steps to get us to where we want to go. And then the B is like choosing specific steps to get what we want. And what I'm taking away, I'm taking everything away. I'm taking all the friendship, um, the collaboration with you and the ladies, and just having that support system. Thank you. Are you there? Did I did I lose everyone? Hi. Hi.
I am playing with
Welcome
this,
back.
trying to figure out how to put your your
I
your
saw the
thing.
certificate. Thank you.
Welcome. So the biggest takeaway. I'm sorry. What was your biggest takeaway
Oh my
again?
god. The biggest takeaway was it's a, a culmination of everything, which is the support system, the friendship, the connection, the relationship that you create, that we created. And for me, it's been everything just to have that in the morning, even when I wasn't a morning person. And just knowing that you're there with a smile and you're there to listen and just learn and grow together. That's priceless.
Absolutely. I absolutely love that. And what would you say to a woman who is not a morning person, who is not journaling, and
Yeah.
who maybe wants to have a transformation because maybe she has financial trauma, maybe because she has a bad relationship with money,
Mhm.
maybe because she really wants to be able to rewire her brain and be able to write her own script and is afraid perhaps of taking the step?
Yeah, I think I know exactly how you feel. I will tell her, or if you're listening, and it's just taking small steps every day. It doesn't have to be a humongous step, or you don't have to change your whole life. Just taking small steps each day is going to get you there. And to have a support system is like I said, is just life changing. So don't be afraid, because even when I'm afraid, I'm about to step on stage or something like that, you feel that, but you do it anyway. And once you do it, you're just going to feel more happy.
Absolutely. And I just want to thank you, Mindy, and I congratulate you because you manifested so much. You won like every contest we had, and you really got a really, really good grasp of the FAB money scripting. And I'm just so happy that I have had the pleasure and the honor of being on this journey with you.
Thank you so much, Evie. I feel the same, and I'm about to cry. But I wanted to say that it really, oh my God, it is like helped me so much just by you saying I'm a powerful manifester. I think that right there is so powerful, to tell someone else they're a powerful manifester, because sometimes we get stuck in our head. I can't do this. I don't know why this is not working for me. Why don't I have it? Where is it? And just to hear someone else say, you know what, I mean, it comes to you so easily. You're such a powerful manifester. You get what you want when you get what you intend. So I really thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I am going to ask you, I'm going to bring Alicia on, and I'm going to put you in the back and I'll bring you back. Alicia, same questions. So good to have you here. So, Alicia, same question. The first question is tell us about your experience, what you like the most, what you're taking away with you. And bear with me, I'm going to take myself out and bring your certificate, hopefully without too much fuss. Okay?
Thank you.
I'll let you talk. Let me take myself out and bring the certificate. You're on.
Well, this experience over the last 90 days has been so soul revealing and soul awakening to how I feel about money. I have a healthy respect for money, and I use it to bless others, to empower others. And I feel that through my personal belief, which is in the Word of God, and having faith in God, I can do so much to help others. I want to take care of myself, but I also want to be a blessing to others. And being there with Bob and Mindy and Evie has been so rewarding. Being able to share and to be able to empower and be empowered is was a really rewarding. My takeaway is that we can actually change our thoughts when it comes to money. It doesn't have to be something that you feel a lack of. It's something that you have, and you can have more of by training yourself how to respect it, how to give, and let the laws of return, the laws of empowerment, the laws of abundance be effective in your personal lives. It's not something that's so far away that you can't attain it. It's something that you can have close to you if you train yourself to respect it. And I enjoyed my 90 days with Evie and Mindy and Barbara.
I love that. Love that. Same question to you. If there's a woman right now who has some trepidation
Mm-hmm.
because I don't know if you had any trepidation. Did you have any trepidation on the journey that maybe you can help with your wisdom and with your experience?
I would say probably about 20%. If I had the 80-20 rule, works for me in that the 20% was a little bit of interpretation, but 80% of it was faith and being able to ascribe the word of God to my faith, um, and see things work together for my good. Um, but in this world, you're gonna have tribulation. You're gonna have that interpretation, that quote unquote fear. But faith overcomes it. So don't be, as I'm speaking to the person in the audience, don't feel you have to have it all together in the beginning. Give yourself time to grow, to develop, to learn how to apply those natural laws of giving and development, and to attain through faith what you want. Don't feel you
Love
have to
that.
have it all together in the beginning.
Love that. And so, if you were to summarize that in one word, your experience over the past 90 days as a fabpreneur is what? What would be the one word?
Empowered.
Empowered. I love it. I appreciate you, and I'm so grateful for you being here. I'm
EB,
going to
same
go
here.
ahead and bring Barbara, and we'll bring you back in a little bit again to finish. Let me bring Barbara on. Barbara, Barbara, yay, Barbara. Barbara, can you start with your I am statement that I love so much?
Oh,
I
well,
love your I am statement.
I am Barb, beautiful, abundant, ready to receive, brave, blessed Barb.
Yes, you are, my friend. And I'm going to ask you the same thing to share about your experience over the past 90 days, what you learned, what you're taking away. So I'm going to get myself out and then bring your certificate.
Well, I have learned to be much more specific in my intention. The idea of envisioning what it is you want wasn't a new idea to me, but I wasn't very specific about it, and I learned from this experience to be specific. And what do I want money to do? What purpose do I want it to have? So it's not just a vague, um, yeah, I want it kind of thing, but why? And the idea of what I will become, uh, inspired by you all. Um, uh, I am an award winning author, I am an award winning actor, I am a successful empowerer for business organizations. So uh, learning to be much more specific and not doubting, being able to believe that this is possible. And I haven't always been very good at believing that it is possible, that it is real. And so that was is a very special um, skill that I'm taking away. I think I've been afraid to say what my intention is or that I am such and such, that it's kind of, you know, I don't know, bragging or who do you think you are to be thinking that?
Do you
I,
feel, wait, do you feel that you are a fabulous, financially free fabpreneur? That's who you are.
well, I'm still getting used to the role.
Okay,
Um,
that's okay. That's okay. You gotta, we'll bring Mindy. She'll probably tell you how do you get used to and how do you get into that role with her acting analogy. And so, are you feeling more confident?
yes,
I
yes,
love that. And
yes.
if there's a woman out there that feels some of the same things that you have felt, what would be your recommendation for her to step into this experience as you did and step into becoming her fabulous, financially free fabpreneur self?
Well, as you mentioned at the beginning, Evie, starting with gratitude. Sometimes we don't know. Well, what am I supposed to write? And I want to get it right. I'm a perfectionist or whatever, and just being able to start with gratitude, and it doesn't have to be big things. It might be, but it doesn't have to start out that way. And so then just letting the feelings and the words flow, and that really develops the acceptance and the skill and the confidence. And so don't hold back, don't be held back by you know what do I do, how do I get this right? Well, whatever you do will be right for you.
Awesome. Now I'll ask each and every one of you, if you had to do it again, what would be the word that you would say? Would you say yes, heck yeah, or what would you say? Would you do it again?
Yes, I'm sorry
Most,
that it's ending.
Yes, absolutely.
most definitely.
I love it. Any last words that you ladies want to share about our Fabpreneurs 90-day journaling journey?
Well, the time went by very quickly.
3 months go by like this, right? It's a 90-day journey, and sometimes we think, oh, it's so distant, but it's really at hand's length. It's like, it's not that far, right? What else?
Well, as you pointed out, Evie, we're not working on a destination. The destination isn't the goal, but the journey, and experiencing the journey.
Mm-hmm.
That is exactly, those are great words to remember. So, yeah, we're calling it money manifesting and we're saying your fabulous financially free future self. It's you here now. She is here. You are her. And it is about this journey. Just like life is a journey, this is a journey. So, for those of you that are watching, if you want to know how to develop a 90-day habit to manifest money, really begin by allowing yourself to step into this experience, right? Allow yourself and trust. And even if you have, I said it many times, the faith of a little mustard seed, trust, step in it, and you will evolve. Because when we first begin, we might have fears, but that's what this experience, this journey, this course is all about. It's about you releasing, and it is about you reframing, and it is about you rewriting your story, and the stories of fear can be rewritten. So I invite you to check out our money manifesting programs, our financially free programs, specifically our fabpreneurs program that we're going to be featuring for the first time tomorrow. And any last words before we say goodbye, everyone? I know we stayed longer than I intended. I wanted to do this for 30 minutes.
I just
I
want to say thank you for the opportunity, and it was just a pleasure to just be here with you, Alicia, and Barbara.
I want to second that and say that for those who are considering joining money scripting, do it because it's a great experience.
Thank you so much. And any last words, Barbara? Barbara's frozen. Well, I thank all of you. I'm grateful for all of you being in my life, and I look forward to our next chapter together. I speak in chapters. Maybe Mindy will say in the next zine together, but I speak in chapters as an author. So I look forward to us writing and rewriting the next chapter of this journey together. And as you know, tomorrow I am officially launching the new beta Fabpreneurs membership. So make sure that you visit evds.com for more information and watch and stay tuned tomorrow as I'm going to walk you to one of the best memberships I've ever created. And some of you saw a sneak peek, but tomorrow I'm going to show you how I created the membership, how I've always wanted, especially for the founders, by the way, because it will change. But right now, as a 1 year founder, you are going to love it. And I'll just give you a sneak peek. There is a difference between features and benefits. In my page that I'm going to share with you tomorrow, you'll see 22 features, 22 things that each of you who become and commit to becoming a financially free fabpreneur over the next year, you will be able to step into something amazing. These ladies experience it just for 3 months. Imagine what will happen by the end of 2025. It is possible for each and every one of you, Mindy, Alicia, and Barb. So I invite you to tune in tomorrow. And if you want to tune in live with me, let me know. Love to have you to have real life questions. And if you're watching and I see that there's someone watching, please make sure you ask me if you want to join us, or make sure you put there in the chat who you are. And if you want to join us tomorrow we'll be going over how to become a financially free fabpreneur member. So thank you very much for watching, whether you watch the live or the replay. And thank you so much, ladies. You'll get your certificate inside of our group as I'm going to post them there for each and every one of you to take. Thank you very much. Bye. Bye for now.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
everybody. Bye.